Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Abby. I'm with Fitness is Medicine. Today we're going to do another great workout you can do in your home. Remember to always come into these workouts warmed up and ready to go. So get your heart rate up a little bit, get your muscles warmed up and ready to move. So today I wanted to review using your home machine for one exercise anyway. I want to go over a lat pull down. So we are able to do lats doing tubes and overhead things, working those big muscles in your back. Now, I know that some of you have a machine either in your home or you have access to one. So I wanted to review proper form when using a machine. So sitting up nice and tall, oftentimes your range of motion may be restricted a little bit depending on your home machine. Some home equipment is just kind of built for like a one-size-fits-all type of thing, so you need to really make sure that you're doing it with proper form. I have this big long lat pull-down bar here with the handles way out on the end, and I don't recommend putting your arms way out that far. So generally, I like to put them a little bit narrower so that when I pull down here, I'm at more of a 90-degree angle with my elbows. It doesn't put such odd forces through my joints. So sitting up nice and tall, grab that weight, and then bring your shoulders down away from your ears. Even though your hands are up over your head, you want your shoulders down. Okay, so you're going to take a breath before you start and pull down straight in front of you. Sometimes like the old school way of doing this is to pull it down behind your head, and that puts really strange, dangerous forces through your neck. So it's best to pull it down straight in front of you. Remember to, as you're letting the arms go up, you're keeping your shoulders down away from your ears. So taking a breath, keeping your abs nice and tight, and then envisioning your shoulder blades coming together and pulling down. So you're thinking about putting those shoulder blades in your back pocket. 9, really squeezing as you pull down, and 10. Okay. Remember to let that go slowly up each time. When you're dealing with more weight, the chance of injury also goes up, so make sure you're going slowly. You want to feel fatigue at the end, but not so much that, that you're straining to pull it down. If you're feeling that, then you need to lower the weight a little bit. Okay, great. Next, we're going to move on to, Blue is here helping me today. We're going to do a kettlebell squat. So if you have a kettlebell, go ahead and grab one. If you don't, that's okay. You can grab a dumbbell and hold it by the end of the dumbbell. We are going to bring that kettlebell or dumbbell just right here, holding it loosely with your shoulders down again, down and back, chin tucked, thinking about pulling up a rope out of the top of your head. And you're going to squat by just setting that weight down in between your feet. Now, if that's too far, you can go a little lighter or lower, sorry, not as deep on the range of motion, so that when you go down, you're still, you're a little bit less range of motion, but the same muscles are being worked. So you're sitting back like you're going to sit down into a chair, and then squeezing your glutes to come back up. Nice and slowly, keeping your chest tall. Breathe. Even if you're having trouble with this form, you could put a chair right here, and then even just either touch or even pretend, if you're not going that low, you can pretend, okay, I'm going to sit down in that chair and then stand back up, so that you're getting that correct form, keeping your knees and hips happy. All right, good, rest. Okay, now we're gonna grab a lighter set of dumbbells. I gotta grab mine here. And a fit ball if you have one. So we're going to do a bridge. This is another way to work your lats that we've done some in the past. So we're gonna sit on the ball, like I said, a little bit lighter on the dumbbells. We're gonna walk out into a bridge. Gotta watch out for your furry friends if they're helping you. Push those weights straight overhead. You want to think about a straight line from your knees to the top of your head with your head and shoulders resting comfortably on top of the ball. Now we're going to do windmills. So we're scissoring those arms back and forth. This is where I say a little bit lighter on the weights. If you feel like you need to stop and grab a lighter set, that's okay. If you're having any shoulder pain and you are using lighter weights, you can bend your elbows. So you've got a little bit shorter lever. Breathing, keeping your hips nice and tall. So either way, if your elbows are a little bit bent, making your lever shorter, the angle still isn't changing. Just like when your arms are straight, you're keeping your elbow angle the same so that we're working those lats in your back. You're also working your shoulders. This is 10 right here. All right. So end with them overhead, bring them back down. Slowly walk yourself back up to a seated position, and then make sure that you're not dizzy or lightheaded. So take your time here before you move on to the next one. Okay, now we're gonna lower down to the floor. Make sure I've got my camera on still. Okay, we're gonna lower down to the floor and we're gonna do some clam shells. So lying on your side here, put a pillow under your head or something so that your neck stays in a proper alignment here. Oh, getting down on the floor is the best thing for dogs. And then you want to pull your heels up towards your hips. So keeping your hips and your shoulders stacked, almost rolled forward. Lie down. Come on, get out of here. Come on, go over here. So that we're gonna open up your knees here, keeping your feet together, really focusing on your glutes. So keeping those hips stacked. You may have to be multitasking like me. Once you get down on the floor, that's when the dogs really want to play with you. But this is a small range of motion here. So notice that my knee is not going very high. And also when I lift this up, I'm not opening my hips here. I want to keep my hips closed, keep them stacked, really focusing on just those glutes here. And 10, good. All right, so now we're going to switch sides. So just lie on your other side. Remember, something here where your neck is comfortable, it's going to be in a good alignment. Come over here. Come here. He was sleeping before I got down on the floor. Okay, bringing your heels up towards your hips. Really think about stacking your shoulders and your hips and then opening that top knee, keeping your feet together, keeping that range of motion small. The smaller you keep that range of motion, the more your glutes are engaging and working hard to keep those muscles, keep those hips in line, really engaging those glutes. And 10, good. All right, now we're gonna stay on the floor and we're going to do a bear crawl. So we're gonna move across the floor on your hands and toes. So you kind of want to stay as low to the ground as you can. And we're going to reach out with one arm and then the opposite foot. So you're kind of alternating, just like walking. My right hand will be out in front with as soon as my left leg comes up. So it's sort of like walking where, you know, you're alternating, but you're going to try to keep your back flat. If this is just way too challenging, you can start by crawling. Crawling is actually a really good workout, and that will keep your back flat. Think about engaging your abs, keeping them engaged, breathing throughout the whole thing. And you can walk up and down your hallway or crawl up and down your hallway. You could set a timer and do it for 30 seconds. We're just walking, keeping that back flat. You can just go back and forth across your room, nice and slowly. Keeping your head in line with your spine, so you're looking down. I don't want you looking up this way and doing anything to hurt your neck. Okay, Finally, we're going to grab that ball again if you have one. If you don't, you can always do this on the edge of a chair. So we're going to sit right up on the edge of the ball here. And we're going to do some ab leans like we've done in the past. So to start with, you can put your feet up against a wall here so that you're not feeling like you're sliding. But what I want you to do is cross your arms here. And when you lean back, I want you to think about dipping towards one side and then the other. So we're going to dip, kind of turn your shoulders towards the side of the room, dip back, and then don't come quite all the way up. So just like when we do the straight ones, I don't want you coming all the way up because then you disengage your core. So we're going to go back and then just come up to about here. So let's dip one way, come part way up. Dip the other side. Keeping your head in line here, breathing, just coming part way up. 5, so we're just dipping side to side. 6, if this feels really challenging, you can stop at 5 or 6, and then rest a little bit and then finish. 8, 9, and one more each way. 10 and 10. Okay, good. So working on those obliques or your side abs are really important for stabilization and to reduce back pain and all of that. But when you think about things that you do in your life and you're reaching in the cupboard, or you're taking your groceries and putting them away, or you're unloading the dishwasher, you're vacuuming and moving weird ways, those side movements need to be supported and they need to be strong to keep you injury-free. So if you have any questions on any of that, don't forget you can always message me privately. You can leave a message in the comments. Lots of different ways to get in touch with me. So as always, you can do these through 1 or 2 more times. Add some cardio, and remember to always cool down and stretch at the end. Thank you, everybody. Have a great weekend.